run in, jump in, hop in, slide in, be chased in, thrown in, fly in, slide in, glide in, flip in, dip in, take a trip in here with me. I'm your girl, ShauntTheQueen Faison. This morning medicines and discussions. Listen, I'm her, she's me, all the above. Y'all make sure that y'all get your breakfast in your head, your medicines in your hand. Let's go. Breakfast in your head and your medicines in your hand. Let's go. Breakfast and then take your medicines in that order, y'all. Breakfast and then take your medicines. One more time, y'all. Breakfast and then take your medicine, y'all. I'm up here Monday through Friday to encourage, remind, motivate somebody, everybody, anybody to make sure that you are taking your medicines as prescribed by your doctor. When you come in, do me a favor, double tap that screen. Good morning, Alicia. Double tap that screen to give the video a thumbs up, or hit the three dots, get a thumbs up. Y'all know how to put the thumbs up, right? Go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. Y'all, the sun is bright. I already did my get your breakfast in your head song, y'all. So the next thing we got to do is welcome everybody to the live. If you are new to this channel, welcome. Please consider subscribing if you have not subscribed already. And if you have subscribed, you are one of my royal family. Let me slow down because I get tongue-tied. You are one of my royal family members already. So here you go. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Hey, welcome back, welcome back, welcome. To something this morning, and some of y'all was too. I did a live this, so we're gonna do part two. That part right there. There go my baby. Crafty Leo said, morning, aunties. Good morning, sweetie. How are you? Alicia said, hey, Crafty. Oh, y'all, I forgot. My mirror, I got to get out the car for a minute, y'all. I had to put my car in park. My mirror is pointed out, so I got to do it right. Hold up. Wait a minute. All right, sorry about that, y'all, but I had to go push my mirror in because my mirror was pointed out the wrong way. Sorry about that. Everybody come on in, friend. Come on in. Drop them purple hearts, y'all. I'm going to go to some dollar stores. I'm thinking about it. I'm not sure. It ain't nothing that I really want or need, y'all. And the one, I'm tired of going to the same ones over here, so I don't know. I might just go straight home, or well, some of them open at, I don't know. I'm trying to go to some different ones, but all the ones in this area don't open till about 9. And I'm about sick of going to these. Alicia said, hey, Crafty. Sharonda said, Grand Rising family, YouTube refuses to notify me that you're live. I don't know why YouTube trying to play on me like that, Sharonda. But thank you. You looking, so you already know Monday through Fridays, I'm about guaranteed to go on at 8 o'clock unless I'm off work, y'all. If I'm off and I'm on vacation or whatever the case is, then you probably won't see me. But y'all keep checking at 8 o'clock, no later than 8:15 to see if I'm up here. And I'm telling y'all, some of y'all will call me and let me know. But y'all be like, girl, you know what time it is? Or where you at? So thank y'all all that keep me, you know, y'all know the word. I don't know the word to say, but y'all get it. Lita said, good morning, everyone. That's my daughter, y'all. She said, good morning. Thank you all ladies for the purple hearts. I appreciate it. But y'all already know toxic people. We was talking last night or this morning on my live, and y'all, I told them when I get quiet, it gets kind of dangerous. When I'm serious, it get dangerous when I get quiet. Cause I'm telling y'all, God will start dealing with me, and I start talking to God, and we'll have a whole conversation. We'll be communicating back and forth. I know y'all don't believe, but it's true. We be communicating back and forth, but I'm gonna tell you, like I told them on my live at 2:30 this morning, what made me think about this subject, Alicia, honestly, were you, and something else that somebody else is going through. But what made me think about toxic co-workers was one morning we was talking, Alicia, and you was mentioning about a problem with a co-worker, and I was praying about that for you. I ain't even gonna lie, because we all been there. A lot of us have been there, trying to deal with toxic people on a job, and I can tell you it's not easy. So we're going to continue that conversation. I forgot where I was at last night, but I had a lot of y'all. Thank y'all. The ones that was on probably sleep now, y'all. I know I probably would be. But thank y'all for joining me, for keeping me company, because I don't never know when I'm going to go on live at night, y'all. I just randomly or pop on every now and again. If I get bored, or if God give me something to say, or like I was praying for you Alicia, because it's a terrible, terrible thing to be in an environment with people that you really don't care for as far as their actions, because we love everybody. But it's a terrible thing to have to go work around people or be around people that you just, they just irritate your, just their presence irritate you because of the way they act, the way they carry themselves, the things they do or don't do, and the things they say, or what, however the case is. So I believe this subject I did on your behalf, Alicia, because again, but one thing that I did say last night or this morning, Alicia, was the main thing, only thing we can do for people, because we can't change nobody, only God can change them. But the one thing that we can do is keep praying for them. But I told them this last night, and this morning, and I believe this wholeheartedly with everything I got. From now on, when y'all are going somewhere and you know that you're going around some toxic people, and this conversation, y'all, I just happen to pick co-workers, but it ain't just for co-workers, because sometimes your family can be toxic. Sometimes you can be around toxic family members. Sometimes it's your so-called friends that can be toxic. You could be around, sometimes it's your church family that can be toxic. There are toxic people everywhere you go in life. That's something that we can't avoid, because again, they got that spirit of the devil. Just call it like it is. They just got a bad spirit on them, you know, for whatever reason, right? So you have to remember that the main thing that I was saying, Alicia, that we have to keep in mind or remind ourselves to do other than pray is, I told them this morning, y'all better start anointing yourself. Anoint your head with oil. That's what the Bible says. Anoint your head with oil. Even anoint your hands. Even with, look, this dummy gonna pull out. I'm gonna hit you from this way, you big dummy. Anyway, and go listen, when that toxic person ain't there, or even if there is there, you see, people think that when you laying hands on somebody, you got the all on out elaborate prayer. Baby, times just your presence and laying your hands and saying a prayer in your mind will do it. Hello, somebody. Listen, go by that co-worker desk, go by their phone, go by their locker, go by their car. I don't care what you do. Just lay hands and say a prayer. It ain't, as long as you put that oil as a point of contact, it's gonna be all right. Because I'm telling y'all, we can't change nobody. But like they said in my live last night, and I think it was Lady Diva that brought up the point, which we all know, but y'all must say it again. Can't, how she said, Lady Diva, I wish she was up here so you could say it again. But anyway, we're not responsible for nobody else's change. The change starts with you. We can't change nobody. All we could do, like I said, we could pray for them, and pretty much what I said last night is anoint your head with oil before you go to work. Anoint your hands, lay hands on wherever they, and then listen, stay from around them. But what I want y'all to do is start being that positive light, because that spirit, like I said, will transfer from one person to another. And I'm not talking just family, I mean just co-workers, y'all. I'm talking about you can use this method for anybody that you're around. Anoint yourself when you know you're going around people, because I'm telling you, them demons and them bad spirits on people is real. And they will jump from breast to breast, because we only human. If somebody got a bad spirit and they come off on you and they mad, they say the wrong thing, it's going to make you mad, because that's what the devil set out to do. He come to steal, kill, and destroy. He trying to deter or take down your character, because he don't like the fact that people look at you as being saved. No way. Y'all notice that most people always talk about people that saved. They do. Most people always find something wrong to say or something negative to say about somebody that they say is a Christian. Because their first line is they supposed to be a Christian. That aggravates me. I told y'all that one time before, and I'm gonna say it. That aggravates me, for people that always talk about somebody that's supposed to be a Christian. Well, why don't you show them how to be one? But they do that because they want to get a reaction. And like I was saying this morning, every action don't deserve a reaction. But the best reaction that anyone can have, honestly, is to be quiet. I said that. Y'all go back and check that live out, because I don't want to keep repeating the same thing, but I will. And if God say I can't, then if God say so, then it's gonna be what it is. But sometimes the best reaction that you could do for people is not to have a reaction. I was talking about toxic co-workers because And again, it don't just go with co-workers. I'm just trying to get that phrase out. Let's throw that one out the window. Let's talk about toxic people, period, right? You got the what I said this morning, y'all, about the toxic people. You got the gossiper. You got a person in your family, at your church, at your job, wherever in life. You always got somebody that's going to be a gossiper. And if it aggravates you, then don't gossip. The key point to putting anything and anybody to rest that you really don't like is, one, to handle it when it first comes to you, and then separate yourself from it, right? Because a lot of people say they can't stand for nobody to gossip, but then they'll sit and listen to gossip, or they'll be a part of the gossip. I've been there, done that. Okay, somebody been there, done that. The only difference with me is I don't really gossip, because I tell you about yourself, and I tell you what I think, and I let you know that what you're saying is wrong, period. Because everything is considered gossip if you're not speaking facts. Now, if you're speaking facts, then that's not gossip. People need to learn what the difference in gossiping and speaking facts is. If I know your business and I say something about it, and I'm speaking on what I know, then I'm speaking facts. I'm not gossiping, I'm speaking facts. Gossiping to me, and y'all can tell me if I'm wrong, but gossiping to me is speaking on something that you have no idea about, that you don't know nothing about, that you're speculating on. But we all got those type of people that we work with, or that's in our family, or that's in our church, right? The other type of person that's hard to deal with is one that complains. We talked about that too, the complainer. Always got something to complain about. At the workplace, it's going to always be something work-related that they complaining about. This person this and this person that, or this ain't right or that ain't right. You always got that person that's complaining. In a family, it's going to be, you got the complainer that's always complaining about everybody that ain't doing what they think they ought to be doing. And they always, complainers in life, y'all, unfortunately, we got to deal with these type of people. But God is preparing us down here, because once we master it down here and we ask God to deliver us from people, and you don't have to worry about people no more, and people don't get on your nerves, listen, because when we get to heaven, we ain't got to deal with them folks no more. I told this to somebody the other day, and I'm being honest. I know y'all don't want to hear it, but I'm being honest. I'd be so glad when I make it to heaven, because some of them ain't going to be there. So I ain't even got to worry about dealing with none of these folks no more, because, honey, a lot of people think they're going to heaven, ain't going. And I pray, look, all I can do is pray that I'm one of the ones that make it in. Because I'm trying to live my life that's pleasing to God anyway. But in life, y'all, unfortunately, we got to deal with some of these type of people. Then you got, at the job, you also got ones that want to think that they the supervisor. They want to be the supervisor, and their title is the same as yours. How you going to try to tell somebody what to do, how to do it, when to do it, where to do it, and their title is the same as yours? Get yourself somewhere and sit down. But the way that y'all deal with that is, you let a person know, and I said it this morning, you can stand your ground without acting like a clown. You can stand your ground, put them in their place in a nice, godly way. But you know what? We know that no matter what we do as Christians, somebody's going to try to find a way to make it seem like what you said was wrong to them, because they need that attention. They trying to get everybody against you for one and be on their side. But I'm just stand your ground, but don't act like a clown, because they trying to get you out of character. In families, you always got somebody that want to act like they the head nacho in charge of the family, and they start more chaos than anybody that you ever seen. Well, that's up to y'all if y'all want to follow that, because I'm not following nobody. In my family, same thing. Listen, you're not coming to me, calling me, talking about nobody's life and what nobody got going on, and what they should be doing, what they shouldn't be doing, what their children doing, what their grandchildren ain't doing, who need their butt whooped, who need this and that. And listen, I am not the person for all that. Get somewhere and mind your business. But everybody got that type in their family. How you deal with it, pray for them, and put them in their place. Now, I'm just going to tell you, put them in their place, because like I said, a person cannot have a conversation about nobody without having a second party. Understand? In other words, I can't talk about nobody by myself, which I can, but it's kind of crazy. But so what I do, not me per se, is you'll call somebody and try to get somebody else in. What y'all got to realize is you do not and you should not be entertaining none of that. Because truth be told, ain't none of our life so good that we can afford to talk about nobody. And you got to be careful with that because, like I said again, a dog that carry a bone to bring a bone. So if a person is calling you, talking about you, whether it's your coworker, your family, your friend, whatever, if a person is calling you or in your space talking about somebody to you, you best believe they're talking about you to somebody else. So I don't know why y'all think, or people think in job settings or in family, that whatever you say is going to always be between just you and that person. Normally that's not the case. Normally that's not the case, because y'all got to remember, a person that causes conflict no matter where they are, no matter where they go, and no matter with who. But what they do is they bring in the weakest link. So I'm sorry to tell y'all, but you could look, meet me in the back of class if you got a problem with it, because I'm going to tell you what it is. The reason why that y'all involved in drama and a bunch of negativity is because you're the weakest link. Because they dare not to go speak that mess to somebody that's strong-minded. They dare not to go try that conversation with somebody that's going to put them in check. So you're the weakest link, so you'll listen to it. You'll hee ha ha along with it. You causing just as much problem as that person is. So they got you in their corner because they, again, like I said, they need a cheerleading squad. And you the head cheerleader with your little pom-poms, don't realize that after a while, it's going to backfire on you. Because what y'all don't realize is the same devil that'll get you to cause chaos will turn around. No, you, come on, man. Really? I'm sorry, y'all. This dummy tried to get over in front of me. I mean, and he was almost, what are y'all doing out here today? God almighty. I'm glad I'm paying attention, y'all. I am so glad I'm paying attention. But anyway, before I was rudely interrupted by these no-driving people out here, I forgot what I was saying. But anyway, you best believe that if they talk about you, if they talk about somebody to you, they're going to talk about you with somebody. Just point blank. I don't understand people in workplaces or in family. I don't understand people, period, that's always got to have some drama. Always, everything is drama-fied. You can't go nowhere without them having drama. You can't be at work without drama. You can't be at church without drama. You can't go to a family function without drama. Somebody, y'all like to know that we should be recognizing these spirits by now. This ain't no new spirit. It ain't no new spirit. Just some, look, same demon, new people. Same demon, just new people. But we that say that we live right and serving God and trying to do right, tell me this, why are we involved in that? Why are we allowing ourselves to be a part of that? Because I know for a fact that we are really supposed to be correcting that behavior. Now, we can't change them, but we can correct with them bringing it to us. But a lot of y'all got itching ears and want to hear something bad and negative about somebody anyway. So what you do is you listen to everything that somebody got to say about somebody. You don't correct it because you want them to keep right on feeding it to you so that you can have something. Somebody help me understand. Especially, let me tell y'all this. I have never had a friend. No, back that up, Sean. Back it up. I am not that type of friend that you can feel comfortable enough with me to call me to talk about one of my close friends. Now, I got some associates that you may try to call and talk about, but I ain't even going to let you go but so far right there, because everybody that know me know and say, I ain't messing with you today, or I'm not going to go there with you. That's my main line. I stay neutral. I'm not going to be in no mess with nobody, because I don't want my name attached to nothing negative. I don't want nobody to have to bring up no conversation and say what Shaunt said. One, because I'm a grown woman, and what I say one time, I say again. So I don't need nobody. I don't need no tape recorder. I don't need nobody trying to remember what I said, because I'm just that type. I'm going to say what I want to say to that person. So, again, I am not. But what makes you feel comfortable enough that y'all remember it used to be on Facebook or whatever, and it's still around because it's true. Tell me what makes a person feels so comfortable with you to be able to call you to talk about somebody that you call your friend. Now, if somebody feel comfortable enough to call me to talk about one of my friends, that means I'm two-faced. I'm just going to say that means I'm two-faced, because that means that if I allow you to call me to talk about my friend, then that's not my friend. Or either I'm not a good friend. Let me say that. It could be that you're not a good friend. If you're allowing somebody to call you and talk junk about somebody that you call your friend, then you need to reevaluate, because you are not that person's friend. I'm going to tell you right quick, you are not that person's friend, because I don't have a friend that I'm close to, that somebody is brave enough to call me and try to have a conversation about my friend to me. No, because I'm going to put your butt in check. I'm going to say, no. That's what you're not going to do. Now, whether my friends do that, that's on them. I can't make you the type of friend that I am. I can't make you the type, but I'm one of them loyal type friends. No, you not. No, baby, no, you can't do that. You just can't do that. But a lot of people got itchy ears. They want to hear negativity anyway. Some of them ain't got no life. They ain't got nothing to do, nowhere to go and nowhere to be. So all they want to do is listen to a bunch of mess. Like I said this morning, I got too much going on in my life. I am too busy to sit around and judge and talk about anybody with anybody. I ain't got time. Listen, I'm trying to run a business. I'm trying to work a job. I'm telling you, I got too much going on in my life. And I already know that me as a person, personally, my life ain't no better than nobody else's. I got drama in family. I got work related. I mean, I ain't in nothing at work. I'm just using it as an example for some of y'all. I got enough going on at my job. I got enough going on with my children. I got stuff going on with my grandchildren. I'm got enough going on with my husband, trying to hold my marriage together. I'm just using those as examples because y'all like to know. Y'all got to have, you got to have too much time on your hand that you always find time to find something to talk about somebody or to cause chaos in somebody else's life. A lot of people that start chaos at a job or at church or in a family is because they're unhappy with themselves. So don't y'all dare let nobody bring that spirit to you. Because what happens is when they do that, they trying to dump that mess on you to cause you to look at somebody in a negative light, and you don't even know that person. So really, and even if you do know a person and they're negative, don't feed into nobody else's mess. If they got drama with that person, you let them handle that drama themselves. Yeah, I was about to go get me something to eat and sit in my car and eat, but I done cleaned out my car. My son done cleaned my car. So I might have to go into Bojangles and sit down and eat and talk to y'all a little bit. I don't know. I have to get off this live because I can't eat and talk to y'all. I really can't. But I'm hoping and praying that I'm helping somebody learn how or learn the strategies, like I'm a professor now, y'all, on how to deal with people without dealing with people, right? One thing for certain, two things for sure. By working in the workforce as long as I have and having to deal with people in that nature that can come in and be real negative Nancy's or negative Nate. One thing I learned is how to maneuver or how to conduct myself. Listen, if you conduct yourself in a professional manner and you go ahead and nip that mess in the bud to start with, you don't have to worry about it. Because I'm telling you, if a person comes to you negatively with some negativity and they're talking about somebody or or complaining about something or whatever, y'all already know that what people do. If you put them in check from day one, and I don't mean in a nasty, bad way. Listen, one way, again, you put stuff in check is when somebody come to you and they complaining, all you got to say is, girl, we ain't got nothing to complain about. And then you start naming all the blessings. Now, either they going to do one or two things. They going to turn over and be like, yeah, you right. Or they going to go find somebody else that's on the negative page that they on. Because we're not on that negative page. We done, look, that book we done closed that book. That book already been written. We off that negative mess. But what I'm telling y'all is how you can deal with that is whenever somebody come with you with negative, you turn it to a positive. That's all you got to do. If somebody come to you, then they always complaining, because y'all know how we deal with people. First thing they say, oh Lord, here she come complaining. Everything is a complaint. Then tell her or him something that's positive that they ain't got no right. We don't even have a reason to complain. It's natural because we only human. But for somebody to complain all day, every day about something and somebody, again, find the positive and they'll leave you alone. I promise y'all, I've been at the workplace long enough to know I've done it, and I still do it. Ain't nobody dumping all that negative mess on me. And you're not coming to my work. You're not coming around me talking about Jane, Sarah, and Judy, and whoever, just using y'all names, no disrespect. And you ain't coming to me trying to point out nothing bad about them so that you can have me on your sidekick team, but they ain't done nothing to you. And even if they have, guess what? Don't try to bring me in it. I ain't got nothing to do with it. I ain't got nothing to do with it. So don't try to be talking about nobody to me, because I ain't got nothing. Evidently, you must be afraid to handle them on your own, that you need somebody else in your corner. So we're not going to do that. So you know what? You nip that in the bud, be like, no, I don't have a problem with them. I don't have a problem with them. So I'm not going to let you just come and try to pour nothing on me to make me think one way about somebody because you think that way. Y'all got to get out that childish spirit too. Stop that. That's in families, churches, and at jobs. In your life. Stop that. They want you to find a reason to be against somebody because they're against somebody. And some of y'all are so airheaded and so arrogant, so, I don't know the other word, but y'all will fall for that mess. Stop that. You could be missing out on the very person that could be the biggest blessing or the best friend in your life. But because you with little negative Nancy or negative Nate over there, and you letting them put this negative image in your head, in your mind about somebody that you have absolutely no problem with, don't know nothing about them, but you're forming an opinion about somebody off of your so-called friend. Girl, get somewhere. My friends can't even do that to me. They'll tell you, no, we're not going to do that. They'll tell you right quick, ain't no need to call a Shaunt with it. And I mean that. No, don't call me talking. No. Why? You don't even know that person. If they haven't done nothing to you, if they haven't done anything to you personally, then you need to mind your business. And if they've done something to you personally, then you handle it, but don't try to. You got certain family members that'll talk about family members with certain family members, and the other family members ain't got nothing to do with it, but because they need some weak-minded person like you to be on their side, then they come and bring that mess to you, and then you start trying to look at somebody in a negative light. I'm gonna need for y'all to get a mind of your own. Grow up. Get a mind of your own. Whether you at work, in church, or in your family, get a mind of your own. Stop being so freaking weak-minded, letting people bring you down or bring stuff to you or causing you to feel uncomfortable or feel some type of way. Like I told them this morning, I'm going to tell y'all again, and I meant, because I teach my girls this, all my children, I teach them this. Don't you never be nowhere where you feel uncomfortable with nobody. If anything, they're going to feel uncomfortable around me, because I refuse to let anybody make me feel uncomfortable. No, that ain't the way it works around here, boo. Not in these neck of the woods. Because for one, I know that I don't carry that spirit like that. So I'm not even, no, I can't let you do that. I can't let you do that to me. You're not going to make me feel uncomfortable, baby. No, baby. How y'all say it, baby? Baby, please. Is this store open? Yeah, it say 8 o'clock. But no, you don't be, don't you go to work and feel uncomfortable around nobody. Don't you go to work and hate to go to work because of somebody else's actions, the way they act and the way they think and the way they move. You take the Spirit of God with you at all times. You be joyful, you loving, you be kind. Listen, and if they don't accept that, that's on them. Because what the Bible says is like heaping hot coals over their head. So you got to learn how to maneuver. And if your very presence irritate them, good. Maybe they'll move on. Then you don't have to deal with that negative spirit. Girls will tell you, once in a while, see something like that. But normally, I'm the one to say, no, we're not going to do like that. Or I say, don't think that. I'm just that one. That's why I'm a loner.